Main Dean back at you with another video. Guest cat Sidra is here to once again attempt to get an executive producer credit. She's drives a hard bargain. Anyway, today we're talking about Blasted Church. Now, a couple things I gotta tell you about. Full disclosure. Calm. My experience with Blasted Church has never been a particularly positive one in the past. I've never been to the winery, so my only real experience tasting them has been back at the VQA store we had here in Chilliwack. Remember when VQA stores were a thing? I think there's one or two of them left. And that particular store would have tastings twice a week, usually Friday and Saturday. We'd go all the time to taste whatever they had. And Blasted Church was a very frequent... I have to lick my arm. Blasted Church was very frequently there. But of course they brought their very entry-level stuff. And it was pretty unimpressive. It was fine. I mean, it wasn't bad wine. It just was, I would never buy any of it because it was always easy to get something better. So, fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I went to high school with my very dear friend Sean, who, well, I haven't seen him for, God, a decade or more, probably, maybe more than that. But we keep in touch on email from time to time, and he emailed me, and we got to talking for a minute, talking about hockey, I think, and then he mentioned, oh yeah, by the way, did I ever tell you I bought into a winery, Blasted Church? And I said, okay. I joked, it's too bad it's those guys because their wines aren't that great. But then I did explain to him that my experience with their wines was just, entry-level stuff at the VQA store. So anyway, 2 days later, this package shows up at my door. Oh, you're going to knock off all the wine, aren't you? Get down. And I believe this is their 6 best bottles. 6 most expensive bottles, anyway. So I promised him I would review them. I promised him that I would give them fair due. And I also promised him I would be honest. And if I don't like them, I will review it as such. If any really eagle-eyed viewers out there might notice that this one's actually already empty. I asked the wife to go in and bring me a red wine to blind taste last night. And that's what she brought me. It was a 2018, 2018 Small Blessings Malbec. Pat myself on the back. I actually crushed the blind tasting. I actually said it was a BC Malbec for 2017. Okay, I missed it by a year. But it was not one of the more difficult blind tastings I've ever had because it was definitely Malbec. It was even more fruity and jammy than a lot of BC Malbecs are. It reminded me of, it's going to sound negative, I don't mean that. It reminded me of some of the $17 and $20 California Malbecs you might find. But better than that. It was very nice. I liked it. But like I say, jammy. Blackberry jam, blueberry jam, raspberry jam, jam. But really nice. It paired up nicely with the steak we were having last night, and it's a good bottle. So I will give a full review of that when I get around to the blog post that matches up with this video. So for now, what we've also got here, is a Cab Franc, Cab Sauv, Petit Verdot, and 2 blends. So I'm going to taste through all of them. They're all screw caps, so I'll have to taste them one at a time. I'm not going to, taste all 6 bottles right now. Sidra. And so there we go. So I'm going to taste through all these and give you my thoughts. And I'm hoping that I like them. I'm hoping that they're all as good as or even better than the Malbec, which was perfectly quaffable. Better than that. It was good. And Tracy liked it too. It was got 2 thumbs up from us. It was definitely, no question, by a mile, the best Blasted Church wine I've ever had. And I'm hoping we can get even more great things than the other 5. So, let's do this. Okay, so here we go with the next wine. You see I've upgraded significantly from guest cat to guest dog. Don't tell Sidra I said that, she'll make me pay for that. So here we are, 2017 Cross to Bear, this is called. It is 100% Cabernet Franc. 200 cases produced. It says in the back, there's absolutely nothing subtle about this creation. Alright, well let's find out, shall we? Be forewarned, this is a blend for carnivores. Well, not actually a blend, but I know what they mean. Okay, I think they're trying to tell me it's going to be big and bold. Let's find out, shall we? It's been decanting for 25-30 minutes. Okay, black fruit. Blackberry, black plum, a little bit of eucalyptus. A bit of dried thyme. Just lay there. Nice stuff. Medium plus intensity of aromas, I would say. Blackberry, blueberry, a little earth, wet leaves, just a soupçon of cigar box. I feel like the alcohol's medium plus to high. It's on there, but holy cow, it's small print. I'm told to read this kind of print. 14.2, I think. Yeah, 14.2. Okay. So, still feels a little bit hot. Maybe this is one that's going to even improve more with longer decanting. And more aging. Of course, you know, ironic thing about this is, again, it was so awesome of my friend to send me these wines to taste and to review them. If I had bought these wines, I probably would have aged them a little more. I don't drink a lot of 2017 and 18. There's some, but I think if I were to go into my Cab Franc section back there in my Drink Now fridges, it's probably mostly 2014, 15, 16. This stuff would probably be better in another year or so, although, you know, it's not, I mean, it's not darn good now. So this has now replaced the Malbec as the best Blasted Church wine I've ever had. Yeah, so it goes to show you, right? You just never know. My opinion of Blasted Church was fairly negative, or at least average. You know, the wines were okay, nothing special. And I tried them several times. I mean, they came to the VQA store over and over and over. So I did try different vintages. It wasn't just like a one-year thing. But you know, things change. Ownership changes. Winemakers change. Terroir changes. Vintages change. It's one of those things where you want to go back to these wineries and give them another chance. But I usually pay for my wine, right? I don't get a lot of wine sent to me for free. This is a nice treat, and there's more. I get a few more. A few people send me stuff to review and try. But for the most part, I buy most of the wine that I review, so you can't try everything, right? And once you've kind of put a winery aside as not being one of your favorites, to go back to them is, you know, a lot. Every year there's 10 new wineries in the Okanagan. You want to try those 10 first, and maybe you never get around to go back to these ones, which is probably not really fair. And we should give that more a chance. This is kind of starting to show me, after just the first 2 bottles, that other wineries deserve a chance too, even some of the ones maybe didn't love first time. So I'm going to take this out there. We're going to drink this throughout the day, and it's a nice wine. I wouldn't say it's a. It doesn't. I'm not sure I would have blind tasted this one as a Cab Franc. I'm not sure where I would have went with it. It's interesting. It's delicious. It's different. Maybe it just needs to open a little bit, or maybe I need to open a little bit. It's my first wine of the day. But I like it. So there we go. Now, best Blasted Church wine I've ever had. Won't it be funny if I say that 4 more times? Every single wine I taste gets better than the last one. I mean, that would mean the 6th one would be pretty damn amazing. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now, and let's see what's next. Okay, so we did the Cab Franc. Now, this is the Cab Sauv. What do they call this one? They call this one Small Blessings Cabernet Sauvignon, 2018 from the Skaha bench. 100% Cab Sauv, 75 cases produced. Alright, I aerated it. It's been decanting for a half hour or so. Oh, that's a nice nose. That was very earthy. Blackberry, black plum, cassis. eucalyptus, maybe mint. Sometimes those are tough to tell the difference. Some dried, not dried, hang on. I have fresh rosemary, fresh thyme. Nice nose. Okay, let's see if it stands up. Black cherry, black plum. Persistent finish. There's some earthiness to this, there's a little less, pardon me, some herbaceousness, but not quite as much on the palate as there was on the nose. Nice long finish. Yeah, it's nice. You know, trying these wines, it's exciting to try wines you never had before. But, you know, if I was drinking these, I wouldn't be drinking 2018, right? I have a cellar for a reason. I can't remember the last. I know in my Cab Sauv area here, I got 12, 13, and 14. That's what we're usually drinking now. So I thought maybe I should have decanted it for even longer. But I'm not sure. Like, I don't mean that in a negative way. It's a nice wine. It's a really nice wine. But I bet you in a couple hours it's going to be even better. Tannins are still a little grippy, but not overwhelmingly so. This isn't a wine I would say you've got to put this one away for a decade. It's drinking pretty nice now. And I bet you, like I said, in a couple hours, maybe after a decant of an hour and a half. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised with these wines. A little bit of blueberry coming up. A little bit of forest floor, wet leaves. There's a little bit of the decaying earth on there, which is something I might expect in an older wine. And the cassis. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, so that's the Malbec, the Cab Franc, the Cab Sauv. We're halfway there, right? A couple of blends left and a Petit Verdot. I don't think I can even think about opening a Petit Verdot and just having just as a sipper. I think I'll wait till I have a big fatty steak in front of me before I try to open the Petit Verdot. It's probably a good idea. So yes, okay. So that's it. So we're halfway there, and that's it for now. Let's see what's next. All right, here we go. Today, right now, I am going to taste one of their two big Bordeaux blends. This is the 2017 Nectar of the Gods. The blend on this is 42% Cab Sauv, 37% Petit Verdot, 15% Côte Noir, and 6% Malbec. Now, I imagine a lot of my viewers just said, what did he say? What was the third one? Or if you're Otto from A Fish Called Wanda, what was the middle thing? Côte Noir. C-O-T-N-O-I-R. So what's that? I have no idea. I had to look it up, and according to what I could find, it's basically Malbec. And yet, they also have Malbec in here. So I've seen a couple things online that also suggested it's in relative of Malbec, it's close to Malbec. I don't know. I did do some research before I opened this bottle, and I can't figure out exactly what it is. A lot of places, as I said, tell me that it's like the original name for Malbec from France, Côte Noir. Probably Côte Noir. Oh, Côte Noir. Côte Noir. Anyway, well, we'll see. But I'll tell you, right off the bat, 37% Petit Verdot. That's pretty huge. So let's see what we got here. it smells. It almost smells like a California Cab Sauv, I think, without as much quite heavy oak influence, I don't think, but all kinds of black fruit, black plum, and a little bit of earth and leather. Real herbaceous undertones too on the palate, on the nose, excuse me. It's been decanting about 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes from now. So, viscosity medium plus. Alcohol seems medium plus to high. What are we talking about for alcohol here? 13.5, so not crazy. Right? All right, let's dive in and see how we're doing. How we're doing here. Oh, that is good. Oh, all the black fruit, basically everything I said on the nose is there on the palate too. Dried thyme, dried sage, dried rosemary, all kinds of herbs, very herbaceous. Dark chocolate, really well structured, intense structure, like not overly tannic. 2017, so it's still, it's only 4 years old. I'm not sure when they bottled this, but probably in the last year. It's a new release. Tannins are still grippy. Medium plus to high tannins, but not so much that it's not enjoyable. Probably better in an hour or so after a little more decanting. I did aerate it, but it's still a beast. And probably be lovely after cellaring for a few years. But I don't think it's gonna be a wine you just can't drink now. You know, sometimes those tannins are so intense you just can't. There's no amount of decanting that's gonna save that wine. It's not the case here. I think it's drinkable right now. It's drinking delicious right now. It's a really beautiful wine. Really nice. But I do think if you're serving this with a big piece of red meat, or like a fatty duck, or like an intense pork chop dish, like a pork, maybe like a pork marsala, something like that. Lovely. That's what the bottle looks like, in case you see it. So this is, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive bottle they sell. $75 a bottle. This is their flagship wine, and it is delicious. There's no question about that. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna project into the future and say an hour from now it's gonna be even better. When I'm sitting out there drinking it, I'll probably have something nice to go with it for dinner. Yeah, good wine. So 2017 Nectar of the Gods from Blasted Church, definitely a winner. There's two more wines to taste. There's one more Bordeaux blend and then the single varietal Petit Verdot. So let's get on to that, shall we? All right, here we go. Wine number 5. The second Bordeaux blend. This one is called 2017 Nothing Sacred. Seems appropriate for the times we live in, right? Is nothing sacred now? No. Okay, so this is a very different blend than the other one. This is 37% Merlot, 24% Cab Sauv, 14% Cab Franc, 13% Petit Verdot, and 12% Malbec. Apparently they ran out of Côte Noir. By the way, there's some people watching this that are smarter about wine than I am. What is Côte Noir? Can you tell me? I can't find it anywhere, other than what I said earlier in the video. It just said its original name for Malbec. Anyway. Okay. Oh, 2017. This has been, I aerated this, and it's been accounting for, but now, maybe a little more, an hour and a quarter. All right. So, all kinds of leather. First thing I get is leather. A little bit of tobacco. This one seems more aged than the other ones, although it isn't. Baking spice. Wild strawberry. Black plum, cassis. Not as much overpowering black fruit as you quite often get from a big Bordeaux blend. 37% Merlot, I said, right? Thought there's a little bit of like freshly ground coffee there as well. It's a nice nose. Medium plus intensity of aromas, I would say. It's not, it doesn't, you know, punch you right in the face. Well, that does punch you right in the face a little bit. Coffee, chocolate, blackberry, boysenberry, allspice, hint of cigar box, a little bit of earth, like not like forest floor or wet leaves, more like actual freshly excavated earth, a little bit. Another good wine. 5 for 5 on good wines here. This one doesn't finish as long as I might like. Nice, yeah, it's medium finish, medium to medium plus alcohol. Yeah, coffee, chocolate notes, like a chocolate covered coffee bean. Ooh, that's pretty specific, eh? Yeah, that's good. If I'm opening this, I'm going to pair this with some red meat too. If I'm opening this, I said I opened it already. Obviously, it's a screw cap. So yeah, I'm going to drink this today with I'll have some red meat or something later. I think although it's perfectly fine, but it's what I would call a patio supper. But I mean, it's perfectly good without food. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's nice wine. I put that one quality-wise kind of around where the Cab Sauv is. It's not quite as good as the other Bordeaux blend, but still very good. Okay, I'm enjoying these wines a lot. It's great. Okay, so that's 5 of 6. Only one left. It's the Petit Verdot, 100% Petit Verdot. I think I'm definitely going to have that one with the steak or some prime rib or something like that. So let's see what that one's like. Okay, here we are. Last but not least. Interesting thing to say for a wine I haven't tasted yet. Maybe it is least. I don't know. It's definitely last. Is it least? We'll find out, won't we? 2018, Holy Moly. Sorry, 2017, Holy Moly. Pardon me, 2017, Holy Moly. 100% Petit Verdot. So, it's going to be a big one. I can tell that already. Not a huge surprise. Damn, fruit flies are driving me nuts. A couple days of rain, fruit flies come out of nowhere. We had, with all the sun, they went away for a while. Okay, so, right off the bat, a little bit of cigar box, a little bit of dark chocolate. Oh, like a fresh picked rose petals. Rose water, nice. Blackberry, cassis. Smelled really nice, but also smells huge. We'll see if the tannins are as grippy as I think they're going to be. I guess I should taste it then, eh? I got a better idea. This is much better, right? Friday night, we're outside, and we're going to give this wine a test with the meal it deserves. Herb-crusted prime rib with a red wine reduction and mashed potatoes. Let's see how this does. Oh, and dog. Alright, I'm going to try the wine first before I dig into my prime rib. It's been open about an hour now. Yes. That is nice, but it is big. Bold. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's try it with the food, shall we? Beautiful piece of meat. Lovely, well seasoned. Oh, it's good. Alright, let's see. That certainly works. Certainly works. All kinds of black fruit on this. It's getting some cedar. There's a little bit of earthiness, some herbaceousness, dried thyme, sage, rosemary. That could be that could be from the herbs in the prime rib. No. Oh, hi, dog. It is. Yeah, it's a nice wine. So there's no question. There's 6 for 6 here. Medium plus finish. Alcohol's medium plus, medium plus. Tannins are medium plus, maybe even to high. Probably going to be better in a couple hours again if it decants a little longer. Red fruit showing up there, and the red roses that were on the nose come through too. It's pretty. It's a prettier wine than a lot of single Petit Verdot's are. I got football on the TV over here too. It's a pretty good Friday, right? Yeah, so what can I say? 6 for 6. Just goes to show you, you never know, do you? So one of two things, if you watched the video, you've heard me talk about Blasted Church. If one of two things has happened, either quality has improved dramatically since I last tasted them, or it's just different wine. I mean, like as I said, I had only tasted the entry-level stuff. This is obviously not the entry-level stuff. It's $40, $50, $75 a bottle, but it's all very good, high quality. So it makes me want to give them another chance at the entry-level stew. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to eat my prime rib. My wife wants to eat her steak, and dog wants to be a dog. So I'm going to sign off for now. Hope you've enjoyed this video. And it was a long one, right? Because it's 6 wines. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out an awful lot if you do that. I appreciate it. And until then, drink great wine. See you, everybody.